Hey guys, welcome to the daily pack opening here at the Games Repository. Today we've got Magic Gathering Conspiracy. Let's dive on in. First up, we're lucky enough to have got a token in this deck. And we have the lovely Squirrel Token. Nice little 1/1 green creature. Very lovely for those squirrel nest enthusiasts out there. First up we have Dream Fracture. This is a 3-mana blue instant spell. Counter target spell, its controller draws a card. Draw a card. So, for 3 mana we get to counter your spell and cantrip to draw our own card. However, it also makes our opponent draw a card. However, at 3 mana to directly counter a spell and draw your own card, making your opponent draw a card is a small price to pay. Pretty useful little spell. Next up we have Turn the Tide. 2 mana blue instant. Creatures your opponent's control get -2/-0 to end of turn. Typical blue combat trick, especially for sets designed around drafting. Makes all your opponent's creatures weaker for when they swing in or when you choose to swing in, keeping your creatures alive. Not always terribly effective. Could see some play. Next up we have Silverchase Fox. 2 mana 2/2 white creature. Pay 2, sacrifice Silverchase Fox, exile target enchantment. So 2 mana for a 2/2 creature body. Pretty efficient. 2 mana to exile an enchantment while sacrificing your own creature. Not bad ability. Pretty useful for just making damn sure that your opponent can't finish you off with that annoying enchantment. Next up we have Lizard Warrior. A 4 mana 4/2 red creature with no abilities. Typical staple in some drafts. Hefty attacking creature. Can make your opponent think twice about blocking. Efficient-ish for its mana cost, but nothing to write home about. Next up we have Orcish Cannonade. This is a 3 mana red instant. Orcish Cannonade deals 2 damage to target creature or player, and 3 damage to you. Draw a card. So, instant speed, potential removal, or extra damage to your opponent. Does 3 damage to you on the trade-off. Not the best spell in the world, but you do get to draw a card after using it. Can be useful to finish off those annoying creatures that you just want to die, or to deal the extra damage to your opponent. And allows you to draw a card. Kind of fits in with the nature of the set, the multi-way sort of play. Can also be useful to stop the interactions of other things that you'll see later on within the set that rely on you having the most health. So it can be useful to whittle down your own health pool to stop your opponent's creatures getting buffed. Next up we have Elvish Aberration. 6 mana 4/5 green creature. Tap, add 3 green to your mana pool. Forest cycling for 2. Big creature body. Should you draw late game you can play down to beat your opponent's face. Early game allows you to fix your deck, drawing out the forests, thus thinning yourself a bit, or allowing you to play multicolours. Next up we have Wake Dancer. 3 mana 2/2 black creature with Morbid. When Wake Dancer enters the battlefield, if a creature died this turn, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. So, for 3 mana, you get a 2/2 body in Wake Dancer, and, should something else have died, you get another 2/2 zombie creature. Pretty efficient. And again, given the multi-way nature of this set, it's quite likely that some creatures are going to have died in some combat. Not bad. Pretty efficient. Next we have Assassinate. 3 mana, black sorcery, destroy target tapped creature. Pretty good removal. Works on everything except for pro-black or indestructible creatures. The only caveat is that they have to be tapped. Not bad. Pretty efficient removal. The only other drawback to it is sorcery speed. Next up, Moment of Heroism. 2 mana white instant spell, target creature gets +2/+2 and gains lifelink turn. Great little combat trick. Giving a creature +2/+2 is enough to make it survive against lots of blockers, and the lifelink just adds that little bit of extra punch, making it that much harder to kill you. Pretty cool little instant spell. Next we have Hunger of the Howlpack. This is a 1 mana green instant. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. However, Morbid. Put 3 +1/+1 counters on that creature instead if a creature died this turn. So, for 1 mana, you can get 3 +1/+1 counters provided something's died, and at instant speed, it doesn't matter which combat phase or whose turn it is when that creature dies, you can give one of your creatures +3/+3. Or, you can give one of your opponent's creatures +3/+3 while they're hitting somebody else to help kill off somebody. Thus is the nature of conspiracy. Next up, Uncontrolled Anger. This is a 4 mana red enchantment aura with flash. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and attacks each turn if able. So, you make a creature +2/+2 bigger. Pretty useful. It attacks each turn if able. Can be useful on your own creature if you're just going to be attacking with it anyway, or can be useful to force an opponent to attack with a creature that they really don't want to, that they want to do other things with. If they can't tap it down, you can kill it. And the fact it's got flash means you can use it as a dirty combat trick to deal extra damage to your opponent, either on your own creatures or on somebody else's creature. Nice and tricksy. Fits in well with the themes. Next we have Lead the Stampede. This is a 3 mana green sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of creature cards from among them and put the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So, this allows you to go searching for creatures and helps you to thin the top of your deck. So you pull out the creatures, get to play them down, put the things you don't need on the bottom of your library. Not bad. Not a bad little green spell. Next up, we have Predator's Howl. 4 mana green instant. Put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield. Morbid. Put 3 2/2 green wolf creature tokens on the battlefield instead if a creature died this turn. So, for 4 mana, you can get a 2/2 wolf. Bit steep in mana cost. However, at instant speed, it can be pretty useful in combat to make a blocker appear out of nowhere. However, most effective for its Morbid cost, and like we've said before, because of its multi-way nature, in Conspiracy, creatures die a lot. And because it's an instant, you can do it in anybody's turn. So for 4 mana, you get 3 2/2 wolves. That's pretty useful. 3 creatures for 4 mana. That's 6 toughness, 6 powers worth of creature for 4 mana. Pretty damn useful. Next up we have a wonderful mythic rare. With Marchesa, the Black Rose. 1 colourless, 1 blue, 1 black, 1 red, for a total cost of 4, for a 3/3 legendary creature. Dethrone. Whenever this creature attacks a player with the most life, or tied for most life, put a +1/+1 counter on it. This is the ability we were talking about before. So, Orcs Cannonade can help prevent Dethrone from affecting you. However, its other ability, other creatures you control have Dethrone. That's nice. Very efficient in this set. Can allow you to pump lots of creatures all at the same time. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. So, creatures that you've been putting +1/+1 counter on to dethrone, it allows you to get back should your opponents finally kill them. Pretty efficient creature. Very cool for the set. Fits in nicely with it. Lots of dethrone. Pretty cool. Makes you attack various people in different ways. And it's not got a bad body for its cost. The only real drawback to this creature is that unfortunately it costs 3 different colours. If you don't have the mana fixing, it could be very difficult to cast it. Could also be useful in casual commander games, possibly. Once again, another multiplayer set. Dethrone could still work. Last but not least, we have our special pro-conspiracy plan. And we're lucky enough that this time it actually is its namesake. Here we have a conspiracy. These cost no mana, and they start off in the command zone, either face down or face up. So this particular conspiracy starts face up, and it's called Backup Plan. Draw an additional hand of 7 cards as the game begins. Before taking mulligans, shuffle all but one of your hands into your library. So here we have a free mulligan. This means you can start play with 7 cards, no matter what. Bad hand, nothing. Doesn't matter. Pretty useful little card. Especially in a lovely draft situation. Thanks for listening, guys. Until next time.